What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. A lot of you guys were inboxing me, asking my thoughts about the Floyd Mayweather Saul Alverz fight. They labeled the one. Floyd was 44-0, Canelo Alverz was 42-0. Somebody always got to go. A lot of you guys that are new to my channel, I've been involved with boxing. My father started me at the age of 6. I didn't have my first fight till I was 8 years old. I wanted the silver gloves, the diamond gloves, the Ohio State Fair, the Mayor's Cup down in. Like I said, boxing have taken me a lot of places in life. You know what I mean? I wish I would have not stopped. What happened was my only trainer that I ever had in my life, which was my father's trainer also, last year. He fucked me out like 80 grand. You know what I mean? Make a long story short, I would go to different camps, whether it be Zab, Judah, or Winky Wright, things like that, and I was getting paid for a lot of that sparring and stuff. You know what I mean? Whether it be $1,100, whatever the case may be, and I didn't know it at the time. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm a young kid. And it wasn't even about the money, because I had money. I would let him probably had the majority of it anyway. It was the fact that he stole from me and I didn't know, and that kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth. And plus, too, I was in the streets, and. I just never, boxing came so easy to me. I never gave it my all, you know what I mean? Never. I would win fights. I will say this, not saying I have never lost fights or whatever the case may be, because I have. But when I say I've never had my ass whooped, never. I don't think I can take an ass with somebody to beat my ass round after round, you know what I mean? I don't think I can take, let me take these motherfucking gloves off. But anyway, on to today's video. My thoughts on the fight. I'm going to explain this because a lot of you guys are 99.9% of box fans that watch boxing, these fights, don't know anything about boxing. I'm going to explain this to you. Floyd Mayweather really is a junior welterweight. What I mean by that man really is a 140-pounder who is the 147-pound champion, which is a welterweight. But why do you say that? Because when Floyd woke up that morning for the fight, Floyd weighed 146 pounds. A pound under of his own weight division. Like I said, Floyd can make, Floyd stays in tip-top shape, you know what I mean? And they fought at 154. He challenged Saul Canelo for his belt, you know what I mean? Canelo, and the weigh-in, so Floyd said he had to call his chef and, eat a few pounds, try to gain some weight and drink a whole bunch of fluid. I'll let you guys right now, you don't gain weight really from what you eat, is what you drink. Your body is like 70% liquid, you know what I mean? Why do you think that when they weigh in that night, the day before, Canelo weighed in at 152 pounds, the next day when he stepped on the scale, Canelo weighed 165.25 pounds. Like, damn, he gained 17 pounds in overnight. So, like I said, it's water weight, you know what I mean? You dry out. But anyway, and Floyd weighed 150 pounds. So that man had 15 pounds, and that's a lot of weight in boxing. You know what I mean? But, like I said, because Floyd shocked a lot, well, not a lot of people, but what must say he did, I thought Floyd was going to come out and box. Floyd came straight with his hands up and walked Canelo down with a hard jab, bang, bang, with a hard stick, we call it the stick. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, but damn, Floyd is be born, he be running. It's called boxing. Boxing is not I hit you, you hit me back. That's not rock and sock and robots. Boxing is I hit you, you don't hit me back. Why do you think this man has lasted in boxing? That he's the only motherfucker that's guys on his truth. Bro, that man turned pro in 1996, and he's the only one from that era that's still here, you know what I mean? At the top, you know what I mean? Still, that man, he fought a 23-year-old young, strong champion and made him look mediocre, you know what I mean? Real shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, you can't take nothing from Floyd, man. Like I said, and like I said, like a lot of my, I call, my best friend Nasif, call him my brother, you know what I mean? But they like to watch fights with me because I'll call a lot of things out in the fight before it happens. And they ask me, how do I see it? I mean, because like I said, I can see things. And like I was saying, like, Floyd, watch he start whipping that right hand around. Canelo had his hand, but probably Canelo had his hand right here. You know what I mean? His right hand, his left hand here. You know what I mean? So he had his left hand out here. And I said, watch Floyd start whipping that right hand around. You know what I mean? And what happened when Canelo started, he threw his jab out, and he wasn't bringing it back right here, putting his hands up high. Floyd started ripping that right hand around, like bang! I said, "Oh man!" So at one time along the road, Floyd shot a motherfucker right uppercut. That shit was smooth out of nowhere. Like I said, Floyd did his thing though. I can't take nothing from him. That man put on the box, but that one judge that had that fight, 114 CJ, I think CJ Mills, that female judge, she should lose her license. I think, like I said, I hate to play the race card. Like I said, my grandfather's white, but I don't think they want. Like I said, I think it got to be, you know, racially motivated because, you know, we all know who, I don't even know, Rocky Marciano was the only one in history that ever retired champion, retired undefeated, 49-0, and I think they're gonna try to take it from him. How the fuck would you score that fight a draw? How can you score that a draw? Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, they scored that fight a draw. I'm sorry, that one judge scored it a draw. Like I said, that woman should lose her license. She should be investigated. That's a crime. That man go out and get that shit blood, sweat, and tears, put his life on the line. And for anybody to sit, like I said, boxing is the only sport that doesn't have a real live commission. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have basketball has, you know, their commission, football and stuff, and, you know, if someone goes in and take a dive, you know, like, you know, boxing, like I said, is sad, man. They don't have a pension, and fighters go out there and be fucked. Like, look at, like, fighters like Terry Norris. Oh, my God. Punch drunk, you know what I mean? Like, talking, even, like I said, boxing is the hurt business, man. Even with Timothy Bradley, fought that last Russian kid a few months ago, and he just did a sit down with Max Kellerman in 24 hours. You know, he's about to, Timothy Bradley's about to fight Raul Marquez. He said his speech was slurred for 2 months, man. Like, that's, you know, man, like I said, that's hard. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body. But anyway, like I said, man, I gotta give my props. Like I said, that was a beautiful boxing expedition. For your next opponent, most likely will be probably Danny Garcia or Amir Khan. If Amir Khan beats Devin Alexander in December, they probably build that fight up. You know what I mean? Because he been trying to fight Floyd forever. Or Floyd most likely may fight Danny Garcia. I'll give my head up to Danny Garcia. He put on a beautiful. I didn't think he could beat Lucas Matisse. Lucas Matisse, he's a fucking machine. It's like a machine. He is 40-2 with 40 knockouts. Everyone that Lucas Matisse has fought, he has put on the canvas. You know what I mean? Danny, I take my hand off to him. You know, I would never underestimate him again. I remember Danny was a small boy. You know, he's younger than I am, and you know, the amateurs. I watch him in some of the tournaments and stuff. But make a long story short, he used that Bernard Hopkins thing. When Bernard fought Tito Trinidad, you know, you guys know Tito was a big left hooker. You know, Danny had that right hand posted here. You know, every time he throws his hands, can't break up here. You know, because Luke was like, my coach had an old saying. He said, don't hook with a hooker and don't go out with a hooker. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Prime example, Lamont Peterson. You guys may know he was the champion. That's who Lucas Batista is knocked out. They both threw hooks at the same time. You know what I mean? When you throw a hook, you open yourself up. You know what I mean? And also, Danny Garcia is a big left hooker. But, you know what I mean? Danny Garcia, I take my hat off. He nullified. He took Lucas' hook away from him. Not saying that Lucas has power in, you know, both hands, but he gets you in trouble with that left hook. And every time he would throw that hook, he kept it close. You know what I mean? He ended up, like I said, Danny could punch. Also, Danny ended up hurting him. You know what I mean? Actually ended up putting Lucas Matisse on the, you know, on the canvas. You know what I mean? But they might build the hype to fight Danny Garcia against Floyd. Bang bang. You know what I mean? But Floyd, you know, I don't know. Like, do we still want to see a Pacquiao fight? Now, if Pacquiao beats Brandon Rios, you know what I mean? You know, maybe they can try to sell that fight again. But Pacquiao has a big fight in front. Like I said, Pacquiao also went through a lot of wars. And like I said, that's no good. That knockout that Pacquiao had was a bad knockout, man. You know, and you know that man was knocked out for unconscious for about 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? But anyway, so if Pacquiao gets past Brandon Rios and looks impressive, maybe they can try to maybe build the hype maybe again, maybe next year for Floyd. And you know, that's amazing to me now. Now Pacquiao want to take the test. He want Brandon Rios to take the, you know, drug testing and all that stuff, but he ain't want to take it for Floyd. You know, I feel like now he's getting a little desperate in his career when, you know, because you know, negotiations kept falling apart because Floyd wanted, you know, random blood testing, not just for Japan the Cup, doping. You know what I mean? You know, they wanted to take the blood anytime, anywhere. And Pacquiao didn't want to do it 2 weeks before the fight, but now he's doing it for the Brandon Rios fight. Now saying, hey, I'll take the test. Now he's at the end of his career. You know what I mean? They kind of felt bad. They robbed us, fans, you know, of potentially a great mega fight. It was more hype. Floyd would beat the shit out of Pacquiao anyway, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm about to wrap this video up, and as I always say, bang, bang.